What's going on, Code Squad? So overall, what we're going to learn is how to bring up our modal and be able to select the background and also press the cancel button to cancel our modal. However, today what we're going to learn is how to bring up a backdrop, select the backdrop to make our modal disappear. And in the following video, we'll be able to stylize our modal so that it'll look a little bit prettier and a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's get to it, Code Squad. Alright, Code Squad, so the first thing that we want to do is to bring up Google and type in something like React Native Modal. It should be under the GitHub one. And if we scroll down, we can see that at the bottom it says how to install this. So we run this command, npm install modal. Make sure you copy that, come to your terminal, Command J, and you paste it and press enter to run it. I just added the package, so I'm not going to run it again. And after you have that command fully run, what we want to do is to create our modal. So we're going to come in, create a new file, and let's call it modal edit photo.js. And we want to import React from React. We want to import prop types from React Native prop types. React Native prop types. I cannot add it. Oh, that's my fault. It's called prop types. Now we want to say import modal from the package that we just installed, and it is called React Native Modal. And now we want to say import styles from styles, and let's say constant modal edit photo. And we're going to have is visible, and we're going to have a property called on backdrop press, fat arrow function. And now let's add the modal. And we're going to say is visible equals to the property that we just created, is visible, and on backdrop press equals on backdrop press. And now let's close this out. Let's say modal edit photo dot prop types equals we have is visible, which is a property type dot, actually we don't have to add that one, I'm sorry, we do, prop types dot bool. Then we're going to say on backdrop press equals prop types dot func, not equals but colon prop types dot func. So I must have spelled it incorrectly on capital D. There we go. Now we can say export default modal edit photo. And now we didn't use style, so that's why it's grayed out and has a red underline under it. But we're not going to worry about that right now. So what we want to do is to jump into our profile, and we want to import modal edit photo from modal edit photo, which means that we can now add it. So let's add it right under our scroll view. Modal edit photo. And we can say is visible equals to this dot state dot is modal edit photo visible. Of course, we didn't create that state yet, but we will. And we have to say, that's all we're going to work with right now. We're not going to worry about the backdrop press at the moment. Let's move that a bit, move that over. All right, we're in there. And now we can say constructor props super props, and we can say this dot state equals, and we want to say is modal edit photo visible, and we want to start it off by saying false. And now let's create a function that says handle show our edit photo modal. And we're going to say this dot set state is modal edit photo visible. I don't know why. Oh, never mind. Set that to true. And I think that I forgot to add my brackets, which I did. So add some spacing, semicolon, and we're back in there. All right, so we want to run this function. Let's just, for now, let's just run it when our component mounts so that we can see it right away. Component did mount. We're not actually going to run it at this particular location later, but we'll just leave it for this as this for now. Handle show modal, handle show edit photo modal, and let's see if we actually get it right when we run it. So we command run, and we see that our screen is grayed out. That's because that is our modal. So it says failed prop types. The children, let's just pull it up. The prop children is marked as required in React Native modal, but its value is undefined. So dismiss that. That's telling us that our modal edit photo has to have children. Children is basically something inside of our modal. So it can't be a self-enclosing tag. It has to, it can't enclose itself, so we add that. And it has to have children inside of it, so we can just create an empty view for now. And this view can close out itself. And we have to import that view. So we could say import view from React Native. And we're back in there, I think. I'll expect it to move over. All right. Command save, command run, and now that our warning error is going away and our modal pops up. So let's actually work with the unbackdrop press now. So when we press, what we see that's grayed out, that's the backdrop. But once we press that backdrop, we want the modal to go away. So to do that, let's say we created a function called handle show edit photo modal. Now let's create one that does the opposite. Handle, let's say dismiss edit photo modal, and we can say this dot set state, and we want to say is modal edit photo visible to false. So let's see how this runs once we press the backdrop. So let's say on backdrop press, and we want to run this dot state No, we want to say this dot handle dismiss edit photo modal. So let's run that and see, once we press the backdrop, will it go away? So we click it and it goes away. So that is our modal right now. And what we're going to do later is style our modal so that we can see things pop up and pop away, and it'll look a little bit nicer. So let's check it out later, guys. All right, take care, Code Squad.